South African Rugby Preparation Series. This somehow missed me. I only found out about this a couple of days ago. And I've been having a look into the exact format of it and, what's this going to mean. Yeah, more South African rugby. Yesterday when I talked about the world rankings, I talked about wanting to see the Springboks get underway ASAP. And one good step on the Springboks road to getting back into international rugby will be more rugby. Basically, the South African Rugby Prep Series is scheduled for the end of this month, 27th of February, which in the scheme of things is not too far away. It's due to go through till the end of March, so it's about a 1 month long, do you call it a competition? I guess it's essentially like a series of friendlies, so it's going to be an interesting one to watch in terms of how competitive these games are, how tentative or attacking the coaches' mindsets are, and what they're looking to get out of it. But if you haven't heard about it, it's going to be 8 teams. So they've got the ones that played in the Super Rugby Unlocked and the Currie Cup, the Sharks, Pumas, Bulls, Lions, Stormers, Cheetahs, Griquas, and they've included one that I haven't seen before, the Eastern Province Elephants. From a brief read online, they seem to be somehow linked with the Kings. Do they play out of Port Elizabeth? Or, I don't know. But either way, the Elephants are going to be there as well. So it's an 8th team. And the purpose of this competition is to essentially get these players who are based domestically in South Africa. Because we know there's a bunch of South Africans who are abroad who are tearing it up. Colby's doing magnificent work over in France. A bunch of them are based in England, so there's South Africans all over the shop. But for the guys who are based domestically, it's about getting them some match fitness for the 2021 season. And not just the players, but also the officials as well, to get them that kind of match fitness and sharpness. Because you can train all you like, but there's nothing quite like playing in actual competitive games. Even though, again, I'm not sure how competitive these games will be. If you play, the Bulls against the Stormers, they're probably not going to be very friendly, I would imagine anyway. But yeah, essentially in preparation for the Rainbow Cup, which is for the Sharks, Lions, Stormers, and Bulls. That's getting underway in April, so a competition which ends in the end of March. We'll see these teams hopefully sharp enough to go into that competition at 100% kind of match fitness, one would hope. And also in the greater scheme of things, the Lions series, which is not that far away either. We're still kind of waiting to see what the future of that one is with the pandemic. But yeah, as always, knock on wood that one's going to be able to go ahead in some kind of form. Rassie Erasmus has said, it's imperative that we get the new season underway as soon as possible, as we have a big year ahead. Preparing for the British and Irish Lions is a top priority, and also for entry into European competition. So he's again talking about the Rainbow Cup and all the other teams in like the Pro 14. Remember, they're playing. So the South African teams would be miles behind if they didn't get some kind of prep under their belt before that competition. It's a bit of a weird one as well, because the Currie Cup literally only finished a few weeks ago. So it seems weird. Like as soon as Super Rugby Unlocked finished, we got the Currie Cup continuing on, and now the Currie Cup's finished. We're going to have this rugby preparation series. But either way, more South African rugby can only be a good thing. I still don't know who's going to broadcast it. Obviously, it'll be SuperSport over in South Africa. I'm assuming it'll be like Sky Sports New Zealand for us in New Zealand. It's usually either KO, Fox, or maybe Stan Sports over in Australia, now that they're on the market. Usually Sky Sports over in the UK, but it can be a bit of a mixed bag trying to find the broadcasters. I can't imagine this one's going to be that easy a sell, given it's a less traditional competition, and it's essentially like a warm-up competition. It's a bit like trying to sell pre-season friendlies. I don't know. But either way, if it's on and it's on a decent hour, I'll certainly be watching it, as much of it as I can. One interesting part is they have put the games on 10-day cycles. They've already got the full fixtures list out. Teams are going into 2 pools and whatnot, but it's going to be 10-day cycles, which they said will allow for kind of more of the COVID testing and all those protocols to be followed through, and hopefully minimal impact on the teams. So that's the argument behind it. They did say that during the Super Rugby Unlocked and the Currie Cup, the coaches especially felt that sometimes the teams were kind of having to go into games a bit under-prepared and a bit underdone, which maybe... I mean, some of the games were pretty heavily criticised. Maybe that explains a little bit of it if the teams were feeling a bit disjointed in their preps for those games. But yeah, hopefully it's a bit of a winner. Hopefully they show the games over here in New Zealand. But yeah, we'll wait and see. South African rugby, it's been a while, not really, but good to have you guys back on the road. Rainbow Cup, Lions Series. We'll see how things go. You guys let me know your thoughts on this one. How do you think it's going to go? If you got any more information about it, do let us know in the comments. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.